Hi guys, we are going to start on 11.4, which is stem and leaf plots. Everything that we've been doing is working on data and how to organize data. So I know this looks like a mess behind me, but we're going to explain it. So stem and leaf plot is a way to show information that you have, different amounts of data. So I'm going to start with the idea that you have a stem and you have a leaf. Just like on a tree, you have the stems don't really move, but the leaves can flutter by. So what we have here is we have the stem. This is the part that they're constants. They don't move, they don't change. It's the basis of your information, the base there. The leaf, you have multiple leaves on the side here. These are going to be put in order. We're only going to work with ordered stem and leaf plots. Your book kind of talks about both, but I prefer that we're going to keep them in order, and I'll show what that looks like in a minute. Each leaf is only one digit. So anytime you choose what your stem and your leaves are going to be, you have to remember that your leaf can only be one digit. Even if it's a 0, okay, but it's only one digit at most. So every stem and leaf plot has a stem, you separate it with a line, you have your leaves, and then you have a key. And so you use your key with a stem and a leaf and then show what it equals. So I'm going to show what that looks like. We're going to go ahead. I took the information that is on your page 650, just those 6 numbers that were up on top, and I already put them in order. So that's the first step, is you want to make sure that they're in order from least to greatest. So we look at our lowest number, which in this case is 27.5, and we look at our highest number, which is 29.8. So these little digits at the end, yours happen to be separated by a decimal at this point. Those single digits are going to be your leaves. So we're going to start by labeling stem and leaf and then separating them with a bar. So our stem, we want to look at our lowest number. Our lowest number here is 27. So we separate it with that decimal. My 5 is going to be the leaf. My 27 would be the stem. So I'm going to start with 27, and I want to see what the largest number is over here, and it's 29. So in that case, I just need to get from the lowest number to the highest number, and that's it. In this case, it's only 3 numbers, 27 through 29, okay? So we start with that. Now I'm going to look at this, 27.5, so I'm going to go ahead and put a 5 here. This means 27.5. Then I have 28, I have 28.1, I have 28.6, and I have 28.7. Now, each of those leaves represents a different number. So my stem for each of them is 28. The individual numbers are used by these leaves. So I have 28.1, 28.6, 28.7. So I know that I have 3 leaves in this interval of 28, okay? And then for 29, I have 29.2, and I have 29.8. Now, I mentioned ordered stem and leaf plots. Because I already put this in numerical order, I know that my numbers are going to go out. 1, 6, 7, they go in numerical order. So by checking this, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have 6 pieces of data. So I'm going to go ahead and check up top. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 numbers that I used, which means that I'm good. Now, the only thing this is missing, I have my stems, I have my leaves, I have to create a key. Every stem and leaf plot has to have a key. So what I'm going to do is my key here, I'm going to take that first one as my example, and I'm going to say 27 with a stem and 5 equals 27.5. Now, the reason why I need a key is because I need to explain what that stem represents. In this case, the stem represents a decimal, because I could say this could mean 275. It could mean 2,705. So I just want to explain what that stem means. The second part of this lesson is when you're going to create a double stem and leaf plot. So that means I have 2 bits of information. I'm going to go ahead and jump to this one right here. I already copied this. So this was that first line from page 650. This was the second line. Now it's all the same information. I did it in 2 different colors because we're going to create 2 sets of leaves off of the same stem. So I still want to look at my lowest numbers. In this case, my lowest number is still 27.5, but my largest number is now 30.2. So that means when I'm creating my stem is gonna go from the lowest number, which is 27, all the way to 30. So even if I don't have anything in one of those intervals, even if I don't have 28 point anything, or I don't have 29 point anything, that's okay. I still have to put them on there. So then 27, I have 5. So this is where I'm gonna work with this information is gonna be on the right-hand side of my leaves. Okay, so I'm gonna have 27.5, 28.1, 28.6, 28.7, 29.2, 29.8. Now on this row of data, I don't have anything in the 30s. I don't want to put anything there, because if I were to put a 0, that would mean that I have a 30.0 up here, and I don't. So I want to go ahead and erase that 0, make sure that I don't put that on there. Now, a double stem leaf plot means I'm going to create a second stem, and ordered, I'm going to go backwards. So the right-hand side counts that way, the left-hand side is going to count this way. So I have 28.3, I don't have anything in the 27s now. I have 28.4, I have 28.9, 29.3, 29.9, and 30.2. Now, in this case, I want to double check. It's ordered 3, 4, 9. It goes in numerical order this way on the leaf that is on the left-hand side, and it numbers that way for the leaves that are on the right-hand side. Okay, so this is a leaf, and this is a leaf. When they go both directions, that's called a double stem and leaf plot. Now, my last step is I have to create a key. So my key for this, I have to use something that it has numbers on both of them. So I'm going to use the 28 interval because that one has information on both sides. So I'm going to say 3, the line, 28, the line, and then 1, and that equals 28.3 and 28.1. So don't forget your stem and leaf, you need to recognize the stem, recognize the leaves. Your leaves can only be 1 digit at most, and then your key has to give both. Okay, if it's a double stem and leaf plot. If it's a single stem and leaf plot, then it needs to give just the one side, what that leaf represents. Okay, good luck.